Hey there, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Diana and the Book Hunt. Today I'm going to talk about my most favorite topic of the whole year, which is Christmas. I love Christmas. I love everything that comes with it, the family traditions, the warmth, the food, the presents, the Christmas trees, the atmosphere, the cold, the snow. I love everything about Christmas, and I want to share a little bit of my holiday spirit with you, where I talk about a couple of Christmas themed books that I either have read or I'm going to pick up in the next couple of weeks. So stick around to find out which books I'm going to talk about. A couple of them are absolute hits. A couple of them we'll see how they'll go. I'll discuss them probably in some wrap up or other. But at the moment I have 4 books that I have read and a couple of books, I think 4 or 5 books that I haven't read yet that I'm going to share with you. So stick around to find out which ones they are. The first book that I managed to finish this year was actually at the beginning of October already. It's a recent release. It's by Sierra Simone and Julie Murphy, and it's called The Merry Little Meet Cute. When I saw the cover of this book, I was already gushing about it because it's so cute. And also when I found out that the book is revolving around an adult entertainment star and a guy who is also in entertainment. He's some kind of like a pop star guy in a boy band whose career is kind of in a rut. And both of them get cast to participate in this Hallmark type of Christmas movie that is also a period piece. Both of them kind of want a new direction for their careers, and both of them have kind of secrets of their own that they need to maintain to make their project work. In the meantime, there is a very cute sideline, which is both of them are fans of each other's works. So they're kind of fangirling and fanboying internally the whole time about each other, which is just so cute. And there's just great representation within this book. There's great positive representation for the adult entertainment industry. The heroine is plus sized. Both of the characters are bisexual. I think the guy's mother has a chronic illness as well. So there's just great representation all over within this book, and it just leaves you feeling very positive about how people kind of view themselves as, like, how everyone has insecurities, but they need to work through them, especially if they can work through them together. That will make them kind of come out of it much stronger and in a better mental place as well. So I really love this story. I think I gave it 4.5 stars, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 4.5 stars, and it's definitely one of the better Christmas themed reads that I've read this year. The second story that I read is one that I absolutely loved as well. I have to say that again, when I saw the Christmas themed cover for this one, I was already kind of won over before I had read the story. The book is called Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison, and this is actually the first book off of a series. I'm definitely going to read the second one before the year is over. I'm almost 100% convinced that I'm going to pick it up because I already know who it's going to be about. Love Light Farms is starring Stella and Luca. Stella, she owns this Christmas tree farm that is not doing very well financially, so she's kind of trying to think of a way to make it more profitable. She finds out that one of the bigger influencers holds some kind of a competition that will allow her to win prize money, but also kind of marketing and exposure for her business. So she subscribes to this competition, but the problem is that she subscribes herself together with her non-existent partner, with her non-existent boyfriend, basically. So she needs to figure out a way before this influencer comes to visit for the competition to find someone who will participate with her as her boyfriend. And who is better at this job than her best friend, who knows everything about her and will willingly participate. Luca is just such a sunshine. He's such an amazing character. I love these types of men who are willing to just go above and beyond for even for a friend or for their woman in this specific case. And also I love the friends to lovers trope, because I love when in a story there is a good foundation in a relationship before there is any romantic feelings involved, that there is some kind of a respect, mutual love, mutual admiration for the person before there is anything romantic going on. So this is definitely the case within this book, and then within this book we have also mutual binding, which I absolutely love. So yeah, this is again one of the better Christmas themed books that I've read, not only this year but in the past couple of years as well, and it's definitely one that I would recommend if you haven't picked it up yet. The next book I just recently finished, it's called A Bookshop Christmas by Rachel Burton. This one, it was more of a 3.5-star read, but it's definitely a holiday themed read that you can pick up and kind of get in the mood for the giddiness of Christmas. Also, it has a bookish theme, so it's one that if you like bookish themes, you're definitely going to enjoy. We're following Megan, who is a bookshop keeper, and Xander, who is a writer. Xander is going to visit Megan's shop for a kind of a lecture or reading of his new works. And he is kind of a grump, she's a sunshine type of character, and they have this kind of not so good of a meet cute at the beginning of the story, but Xander very quickly figures out that he needs to make up for his rude behavior, so he kind of tries to make up for it by participating in her book club, by visiting the bookshop on different occasions, and there's just a lot of things going on that are Christmas themed as well. They want to create with her book club kind of a period piece ball, Christmas themed ball, where everyone is also cooking like, what is it, Victorian food, and dancing a specific type of dance from that period of time, from the historical period of time. So there's just a lot going on that is just, again, very cute and very quaint, very cozy, and yeah, it just brought me into the English style of Christmas, if you get what I'm saying. So I definitely enjoyed it. It's a 3.5-star read for me, and if you like these types of stories, you can definitely go ahead and check it out. The last book that I'm going to talk about that I actually have read is one that I'm actively not going to recommend. I'm going to tell you right here and right now that now I'm going to try to convince you not to pick it up. So this is going to be spoiler filled for you if you're kind of thinking about picking up this book and you don't want to know what is going to happen. Just fast forward over to the next one because I'm going to spoil it over here for you so I can convince you not to pick it up if you're curious. This book I really didn't like. The book is called An Off-Piste Christmas by Julie Houston. It kind of drew me with its cute illustrated cover that kind of reminds me of a friend of mine's art. And also it drew me with the synopsis. It said something like, prepare to spend your Christmas in the Italian Alps. And I was like, okay, I'm immediately sold on this one. And what I found out is that actually this is a novella. It's not even 200 pages long, if I'm not mistaken. And we're trying to follow a gazillion characters plot, which just doesn't make any sense to me. There is this huge family, I think it's mother, father, and like there are 4 or 5 kids, together with a friendly family who are going over to Italy to spend their post-Christmas time. And it kind of reminded me of the Home Alone situation of 20 people going off on a vacation. And what happens is we have an accidental pregnancy. We have a guy who died, who actually didn't die and came back from the dead, and he is now terminally ill, who is also having a secret baby and doesn't know what to do with the baby now that he is going to be dying. Also, we have a situation with the family who is the friendly family. They want to have kids, but they can't have any more kids, so they're thinking about adopting the terminally ill guy's daughter. And for me, it was just too much for 200 pages. I was desperately trying to figure out why everything is going on within such a short period of time. and I really just didn't like this story. I didn't like this book. I gave it 2 stars because I didn't want to be too harsh on it, but technically this is actually a 1-star read for me. So I really heavily disliked it, and I would definitely not recommend this one. Next up, I have books that I haven't yet picked up, but I'm very intrigued by, so I'm going to share with you 4 or 5 stories that I definitely plan on picking up in the next couple of weeks before Christmas. There's 2 stories that involve fake dating, and the first one is Magic Under the Mistletoe by Lucy Coleman. This one I got intrigued by because it sounds like there's going to be 2 grumpy characters who are boss employee who need to enter a fake dating arrangement to kind of overcome the whole happy scene of both of their families' Christmas time invitations that they've gotten. So it sounds like there are going to be 2 grumpy people who need to pretend to be happy in front of their families, which sounds like a fun time to me for some reason. So I definitely want to pick this one up. The second book, I just recently saw that Morgan from Nothing Better Than a Book rated this on Goodreads, and it kind of sounds like a similar type of situation where we have a fake dating scenario between a woman who hasn't visited her family in quite some time, and she needs to go back for a family reunion around Christmas time, and she accidentally tells her family that she's bringing someone, a boyfriend, with her while she actually doesn't have a boyfriend. She encounters someone at the airport, I believe, or at the plane, who makes her kind of a proposal that she can't refuse because she's in a time crunch to find someone who will be her boyfriend for the holidays. And this is the story between these 2. I'm really curious to see how this one is going to play out because it kind of hints towards insta-love for me, and I typically don't enjoy this trope, but I'm going to give it a chance, and I really hope that I'm going to like this one as well. Next up, we have a story that reminds me of another book that I really enjoyed, so I really hope that my gut is right in this one. The book is called The Christmas Clash by Suzanne Park, and it really reminds me of A Proposal They Can't Refuse by Natalie Kanya. I really liked that book, so I really hope that this one is going to be as good as the other one. The book involves a rivals to lovers situation where we have 2 families that own restaurants in the same mall, and both of the families are in danger of losing their restaurants because the mall is going to get closed down and demolished. So the girl in one of the families and the boy in the other family, they need to kind of team up to figure out a way to save their family's businesses, basically. And both of them are rivals, both of them actively dislike each other, and both of them need to work together towards a positive resolution to their problem. And it sounds like a very fun idea to me. I really am hoping that it's going to live up to my expectations and that it's going to be another hit for me. Next up, we have another story that reminds me of another story. I don't know what it is with the books that I've picked this year, but this one reminds me of The Holiday X-Files that I read last year, and I absolutely love that one. I gave it 5 stars. I'm not someone who very easily gives 5 stars to a Christmas themed book, but I really just love that one. So I hope that this one is going to be another 5-star read for me. The book is called I'll Be Home for Christmas by Karen Clark, and it involves our heroine who absolutely loves everything about Christmas. So she decides to have her wedding around Christmas time with Christmas themed everything. But unfortunately, she finds out that her fiance has been cheating on her. So she wants to escape the whole ordeal, and she figures out that she has some relatives in France that she can visit. So she goes over there trying to kind of put everything behind her and not think about Christmas at all because it reminds her of a troubled time in her life. But unfortunately, or maybe fortunately for her, she meets this chef who kind of brings back all the feelings that she's trying to escape. And that sounds like such an amazing time to me. Someone who is like the reluctant heroine and possibly like the sunshiny type of character. I at least hope that he's a sunshiny type of character who kind of tries to bring her out of her shell. I live for this type of situation, so I really hope that I'm right in this one, and I hope it's going to be another 5-star read for me. The last book I'm going to mention is a book that I'm going to read part of the synopsis for you because I cannot do it any justice as to how magical it sounds if I have to recreate the synopsis myself. The book is called The Little Shop on Silver Lining Street by Emma Davies. And the book centers around Daisy Turner, who has worked at the Buchanan family jewelers since the day she finally escaped her troubled home. With a unique talent for matching the perfect piece of jewelry for any romantic milestone, she painstakingly polishes each stunning creation each morning and safely puts it away every night, longing for the day she'll have a love story to call her own. It just sounds so magical to me to kind of believe in love so much and to be waiting for this magical thing to happen to you. And then it kind of sounds like a movie that I haven't seen yet, if you know what I'm saying. And I really hope that it's going to be as magical as it sounds. Also, it has this very cute painted illustrated cover that I really like for Christmas themed books. And yeah, I really hope that this one is going to be a hit as well. I'll let you know once I finish these books in one wrap up or another. You'll figure out whether I like them or not once I've read them. But yeah, those are really stories that I'm very intrigued by in the next couple of weeks. These were all the Christmas themed books that I wanted to share with you today, the ones that I've already read and some of them that I'm intrigued by that I want to pick up by the end of the holiday season. If you have any Christmas themed books that I have missed out on that you want to share with me, please leave them down below in the comment box. And also share with me if you've read any of the books that I've discussed here. I would love to know what you think about them as well. I hope you have a magical time with your families in the next couple of weeks around Christmas time. I hope you pick up a lot of good books as well, that you have like an amazing holiday spirit within your home, whether it be with books, movies, or music, that you can really feel the magical time and wonderful time that is Christmas time. I hope to see you very soon in the next one. And yeah, have a wonderful, marvelous day. Happy reading. Take care. Bye-bye.